Hi, it's Beth here with Something Better with Beth, and I'm here to answer your questions for my Q&A today. Question 1. This question was, what do I do with all of these greens? I've got a lot of greens here and I'm not used to eating this many, so how do I get through them every week? And that is a great question. My number one suggestion is just to make big old salad. Between my family and I, we can just plow through that salad in one evening with dinner. It doesn't take a lot to go through a lot of microgreens when you're intentional about it. But even though the sampler is so pretty that you can just throw it all together if you want. Especially if there's one aspect of the microgreens sampler, I'm looking at you, radish, that not everybody likes to eat a large quantity of. When you mix it all up together, you're not going to get a huge quantity of radish in one bite, and so that might be another way to get through that sampler and to support your health by getting so many different micronutrients and phytochemicals by getting that kind of variety. Question 2. So this question is about the add-ons. Somebody was saying, hey, I'm hearing a lot of people talking about their add-on for this week. And so I thought I would explain that to you. So if you should be getting once a week a newsletter from me, and if you aren't, you should message me and I will add you to the list. Because every week you're going to see an amazing recipe that features some of the microgreens that you might be getting in your subscription. And it also allows you to add on a couple of things that I've looked around at my crops and I think I'm going to have extra of that this week and I should let everybody know. Like for this week, for example, I have plenty of borage. Now borage is a herb that has this wonderful cucumber flavor and some slightly fuzzy leaves, so it looks a little bit like sunflowers, which is one of my personal favorites. And a few of you guys might have received a sample of borage and sunflower mixed together a couple weeks back in your delivery, and I was just testing it out to see if it was something I might like to offer. So this week, since I have plenty of that available, I thought I would add it as an add-on, and some of you guys have already chosen to add that on to your subscription this week, and I'm going to be harvesting that for you Friday evening and bringing it to you Saturday morning along with your regular standing order. And that's the other thing about add-ons. You have a standing order, and that is the few things, maybe one thing, maybe 6 things that you want me to grow for you every single week. So I grow those things for you. I've got it all planned out. It's all in part of my cycle. And at the end of the week, I harvest that and bring it to you. Now, unless you change things, or if you have to go on vacation, or if you decide that you want to add things on in the future, say that you want to go from the mini sampler and you are really liking it and you want to have more, you might move it to the regular size sampler. You just give me a little bit of notice and I will work that into the system. But say you get my newsletter and you see that I have extra leeks that week, you can just fill out the order form and select one-time add-on to standing order and select leeks, and I will know to add that onto your order that week. Now that doesn't change your standing order. You're still going to be receiving your sampler or whatever it is that is your standing order, but just that one week you're going to receive some leeks. Now this is a great way to try out some different crops that you don't necessarily want to commit to with a subscription, but maybe down the road you will want to, but this is a great way to find out. Question 3. And this brings me to the last thing that somebody was saying is they love their sampler. They feel like it's a huge amount of greens and they're enjoying it so much. But there's one thing that they or their family just doesn't care for. And can that be excluded from the sampler? And the answer to that is no. I make the samplers in kind of an assembly line fashion, and it would just be really overwhelming to me to try to make custom samplers. So I'm sorry, but I can't accommodate that. But if you look at the numbers on that, you are getting more than 12 ounces of greens in that sampler. And right now the price is $15 a week for that. So that's a really good price per ounce. So even if you took out the radish or whatever it is that is hard for you to get through and chucked it in the compost, you would still be getting a really good deal by getting that sampler. So even though it sounds a little weird for me to say throw away part of your sampler, I mean, honestly, that would be still a better deal than trying to piece out all the different parts of the sampler. It's still a better deal. So that's my answer to that. So that's it for the video. Thank you guys so much for your questions. I really enjoyed reading through them and getting messages from you in my email box today. So I did send out that newsletter. If you didn't receive it, please let me know and I will add you to the list. the grilled cheese with apple and brie and microgreens that in the recipe in this week's newsletter just looks really good, and I can't wait to try it myself. But honestly, most of the time, guys, I just eat a lot of salads. I know that kind of sounds boring, but it really is a great way to get a lot of microgreens into my diet, and it's not boring at all. If you've looked at my Instagram, you'll see some of the salads that I put together, and they're anything but boring. Just look through your pantry, look through your fridge, and you're gonna find all kinds of things to throw in there and make it super interesting. So that's it, and I've got some seeds to sow tonight in the farm, and I will talk to you later. Bye.